So Grow a Garden officially just posted the new Mega Safari Harvest event, and yeah, it's kinda late this time. I've actually been waiting for this update to drop for a while now, so seeing it finally appear feels like, okay, finally, let's see what's inside this new Mega Safari Harvest update. I'm also super curious and honestly excited to check out the possible new pets coming in part 2 of the Safari event. I already have a few guesses in mind, and some of them are probably spot on, so make sure you stick around until the end because we're going to talk about those, plus a few leaks and speculations that are already floating around. But before we get into all that, do me a quick favor. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Help this guy hit 10,000 subs by the end of the month, alright? I really appreciate it. Okay, let's get into it. And guess what? The update's officially called the Mega Safari Update. Now, if you look at the official teaser image, you'll notice something. There's really not much going on visually. It's kinda plain, to be honest. There's nothing super new or flashy in there. Like, the word Mega is literally the only thing that stands out compared to the original Safari Harvest promo. So yeah, that's already got people curious, including me. So let's talk about what we actually know. The official post says, this update introduces an expansion of the Safari Harvest event plus QoL. Discover the new expansion of the Safari Harvest, both bringing new milestones, seeds, pets, weather, new QoL, and lots more. So yeah, this update is clearly gonna expand the Safari Harvest. That means new milestones, new rewards, new seeds, new pets, and weather changes. But the one part that really caught my attention, the one that I think a lot of us are going to be most excited about, is quality of life. Bro, they're emphasizing that hard this time. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably know I've talked about this before. The milestone system is honestly one of the best things they've ever added to Grow a Garden. Like, it actually gives the entire community a shared goal. You don't just grind by yourself anymore. Everyone's effort matters. Every harvest, every crop turned in contributes to something bigger. And if they're expanding it, that probably means we're getting a new set of goals. Maybe new unlocks after the traveling merchant, or even some new late event features. I'm really curious what kind of milestone we're getting this time in the Mega Safari Harvest. That's kinda hype, honestly. Now, let's talk about the Mega Harvest part, because this is where it gets interesting. For those of you who've been playing since the Summer Harvest event, you probably remember how the second part introduced the Mega Harvest mechanic. Like, every now and then, it would trigger this period where all your harvest submissions were worth double the points. I can't remember exactly if it was every other hour or just random, but I clearly remember moments where it got triggered twice in a row, which was wild. So if they're bringing that back but in Safari format, that could mean random boosted harvest periods again. And that's great news because it'll help us reach the new milestones way faster. Right now, we're sitting at around almost 80 billion points, and I think we might unlock the 95 billion milestone by tomorrow, hopefully before the new update fully kicks in. And if you remember during the Summer Harvest, we had that special event currency that we used to buy stuff in the Summer Harvest shop, the one right beside the wheelbarrow. We'd get 1 coin for every 1000 points, and when Mega Harvest was active, it doubled. So we'd get 2 coins per 1000 points submitted. Now, if you look closely at the new Mega Safari teaser, it's actually pointing toward the shop, unlike the first teaser which was focused on that giant crate. And this is just my speculation, but maybe, just maybe, they're adding a similar currency system here too. Like, I don't think they'll change the existing shop items, but maybe they'll add another tab, a new section inside the Safari shop. That's where the new gears, seeds, and pets might appear, and that's where we'll spend this new currency to buy the fresh stuff from the second part of the event. What do you guys think? Would that be a good idea or nah? I actually think that would make the event way more dynamic. Drop your thoughts down below. I'd love to read what you guys think about it. And speaking of pets, yeah, we know for sure we're getting new ones. Every part 2 event in Grow a Garden always drops new pets. And if you look at the official announcement, the devs love sneaking in little hints using emojis. So you can see there's a lion emoji, a crocodile or alligator emoji, and a trophy emoji. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say we're getting a lion pet in this Mega Safari Harvest. And honestly, I'm super hyped for that one. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the divine pet of this update. I'm really curious about its passive ability though. Imagine a lion pet with a jumbo mutation. That would be insane. I'm putting my money on those being real. I could also see them adding a cheetah or maybe a leopard. Something fast, something wild. I mean, we already have the zebra, rhino, giraffe, and elephant, so it only makes sense to bring in the big predators next, right? Now, something I've been wanting for a while, and this might just be wishful thinking, is some kind of leaderboard system for Safari. Like, imagine if the top 1,000 players who turn in the most harvests or pets during the event get an exclusive skin or pet variant. That would make grinding so much more exciting and give people an actual reason to push hard. And then combine that with the Mega Harvest system, that's such a smart gameplay loop. You get double points, hit milestones faster, compete on leaderboards, that's just satisfying game design. If they pull this off right, this could easily be one of the best mid updates we've had in a long time. Not too complicated, not ridiculously grindy, just fun, cooperative, and rewarding. And that's the thing, right? If the devs keep focusing on quality of life and smart event structure, this game is gonna have serious longevity. Now, I want to touch on this real quick. There was a leak floating around on the Discord server. If you want to stay ahead of that stuff, make sure you join the link down in the description. Anyway, the leak mentioned an exotic safari seed pack, and I tried to identify some of the plants shown. I'm not exactly a plant expert, so I searched them up on Google, but I think one of them looks like a palm and that white flower might be a kudu lily. Not 100% sure, and the red one could be an impala lily. I might be wrong, okay? Don't come for me if I am. We still don't have official info on those yet. There's also this blue-green plant that looks kind of like a succulent. Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out once more leaks come out. But yeah, as soon as we get more info, I'll cover it here, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Alright, now let's talk about the part I'm personally most hyped for. Quality of life changes. Number 1 on my wish list, pet capacity. I'm done deleting pets, man. Make it infinite or at least expandable without it feeling like punishment. It's honestly painful trying to juggle pets across different accounts. I have like 5 alts now, and sometimes I have to trade a pet to one account just to store it and then trade it back to my main later because I actually need to use it again. And speaking of capacity, cosmetic capacity too. I want to decorate my garden however I want, not play storage Tetris every time I unlock something new. While we're at it, I'd also love to see seed trading or cosmetic trading, and maybe even slightly faster pet aging for casual players. None of these need to be big, flashy updates, just small, thoughtful tweaks that make the game smoother day to day. And honestly, I get a lot of hate comments whenever I talk about stuff like this, things that need fixing or improvement in the game. But like, imagine a game that never takes feedback. It'd never evolve. I just want what's best for the game and the players, that's all. I don't get why some people take it negatively. But anyway, moving on, let's not forget they're literally making a Grow a Garden movie. That means the devs are clearly planning to take this game seriously long term. They can't afford to start slacking now, because imagine that, the movie comes out, everyone's hyped, new players flood in, and then the game drops the ball with a boring or broken update. That would be disastrous. So yeah, this Mega Safari plus QoL direction, it's the right move. Overall, I've really been enjoying the Safari event so far, and this second part, it might just bring back that same spark of excitement we had earlier this year. I'm really hoping we finally get some of those quality of life improvements we've all been asking for. If they handle this right, it could set the tone for how future events are done in Grow a Garden. Anyway, what do you guys think the new pets are gonna be? Lion and Gator are basically confirmed at this point, but what else do you think could drop? Drop your predictions in the comments. Alright, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe. We're still pushing for that 10,000 subs milestone. Let's make it happen. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.